and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and this is another episode of Show and Tell, where today I'm going to share with you all the Blu-rays that I bought in Guangzhou. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So yes, finally back from our journey to Guangzhou in China and then on to New Zealand from there to visit family members. But that time that we spent in this incredible city was just amazing. I mean, we cannot wait to go back. It was such an incredible place. Yes, it's a huge friggin' city. There's a lot to see here. And like many other cities, you're just kind of in a concrete jungle. But the thing with Guangzhou was there were so many little hidden secrets, so many little gems of greenery, of lakes, great shopping. The people were wonderful. It was incredibly cheap. The food was fantastic. And then we even headed out to Foshan for the day, which was mind-blowing to be able to walk in the steps of Ip Man, Wong Fei Hung, to just visit these places of history that meant something and mean something to me as a fan of Chinese history and Hong Kong movies as such, and Chinese movies. But it was such an incredible trip that I couldn't recommend it enough. Now, in terms of physical media, there wasn't really a lot on offer. I was quite surprised. I was kind of hoping to go there and find kind of like, I don't know, the holy grail of DVD or Blu-ray stores, but it was not to be. I actually had to ask my concierge at the hotel to write me somewhere down to find these. Thankfully he did. And then he put us in a cab and sent us straight over there, which was wonderful. And there was a few shops there. They have a breakdown of cities in Guangzhou: Fashion City, Toy City, Electric City, where you're going to find your movies. And this is where I had to go. That said, I was quite pleased with what I picked up. I'm about to share that with you, of course. But it seems like, I'm going to be honest, here in the West, we're pretty damn spoiled with these boutique labels in what they're giving us with Hong Kong movies, because they don't sort of seem to have that same appreciation in China or in Hong Kong. When I was last in Hong Kong, it was hard to find a lot of physical media. Also, I did find them, of course, but it wasn't as popular as I had imagined it would be. Now, the few shops that I did go to in Guangzhou for movies, they didn't even have them on display. They had a few Chinese DVDs of singers and things like that, and they had a lot of CDs, but when I asked them for Hong Kong movies, they said to me, is Blu-ray okay? And I said, yeah, of course, no problem. And then they kind of like pushed back all the CDs, and behind them on another shelf, on a second shelf, hidden away, was these bootleg Blu-rays. I think they can only be described as bootlegs. You see them on eBay. There's a lot of these ones on eBay kicking around. They are delivered or sold in this flat style packaging. It's a cardboard sleeve in there and a great disc. I did get Hidden Strike through from the same company via eBay, and it was perfectly fine. The quality was very good. The print of the cover was excellent. I've no complaints about that. So I kind of found a couple of shops that give me this secret selection of Blu-rays, and they were actually only working out at a whopping £1.50 each. Yeah, £1.50. And some fecker on eBay is selling them anywhere between 12 and 14 pounds for the exact same thing. £1.50. I could have bought a lot more, but I kind of stopped at 23 because as much as my husband was excited that I finally got to find some movies, because that's all I was looking for all week, I was really dying to get my hands on these. It was our final morning in Guangzhou whenever I came across these shops. But for £1.50, it's nuts to think that I could get my hands on movies from 2024, 2023, 22. even as far back as I think around 1996. I even got some classics in amongst all those. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to share with you what I got. And then I haven't watched any of these yet, so I can't really kind of confirm the quality on all of them or any of them. But as I say, I did get the Hidden Strike disc and in this particular format, with that same setup with the flat cover, the cardboard sleeve. It arrived like this, and I was very, very happy with it. Couldn't have had a better print. So yes, here's what I got on Blu-ray during my trip to Guangzhou. So in no particular order, and first in my collection here is Detective Dee and the Four Heavenly Keens. I really like this movie. I watched it on the flight on the way over. In fact, a lot of these movies here were available to watch on my flight. This is from 2018, again directed by Choi Hark, starring Mark Chow, William Feng, Kenny Lin, and Karina Lau, of course, who comes back again as the Empress. But I thoroughly enjoy this movie and the chance to own it. I mean, we've only ever had, in the UK, we've only had the first Detective Dee with Andy Lau ever released here, but none of the sequels have ever made it. I think through Well Go USA in the States they have, but not here in the UK. So I thought, yes, for £1.50, I'm definitely picking this one up. For sure, for sure, for sure. Next I have, from 2024, Crisis Negotiators. This kind of a remake of The Negotiator with Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Spacey, directed by the amazing Herman Yao, starring Lau Ching-wan, Francis Ng, Andy Lau, Ken Cheng, and Michael Moy. Very excited to get stuck into this. Again, another film that was available to watch on the plane on the way back. They just added it for the return journey, but I was like, no, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to save this for my new Blu-ray for when I get home. Then from 1998, Hot War, which I thoroughly enjoyed when I first saw it. I was living in Toronto at the time. It was on a Chinese television station in Toronto, and that's where I picked it up. I did record it on the videotape, and it's probably kicking around here somewhere. So to get it on Blu-ray for £1.50, I was very happy with that. Directed by Jingle Ma, produced by Jackie Chan, starring Ekin Cheng, Kelly Chen and Jordan Chan, and then some cool action in there from Stephen Tung Wai. But again, just a wee classic. There wasn't a lot of Hong Kong classics available in these Blu-ray stores or secret Blu-ray stores, but yeah, when that one popped up there, I was like, yep, I will take it. Another Herman Yao movie called The Leakers from 2018, starring Francis Ng again, Ken Cheng, Julian Chung, and Chrissy Chow. I've never seen this. I am a huge fan of Herman Yao, and I wish to own all of his movies. But yeah, again, once I saw this being handed to me, because the guy who owned the shop was just like firing things at me left, right, and center there. But that one I quickly grabbed. This though, I was very excited to get on Blu. I only have it on VCD, and that is Ringo Lam's 1988 epic School on Fire, starring Fenny Yuen, Roy Chung, Lam Ching Ying, Damien Lau, and Tommy Wong. Love this movie the first time I saw it, and again, the VCD wasn't fantastic quality, but this upgrade I'm really hoping blows me away. I'm very excited to pick it up again, and for $1.50, I mean, what more could you ask for? Now again, I went through all these during my buy in the shop, and they all offered English subtitles, bar two, I think, but I just wanted to watch these movies. And again, for £1.50, I was like, fuck it, give me them. I don't care. I've got German releases and Chinese releases without subtitles. I'm very happy with that, not a problem. But for the most part, at least 20 to 21 of these have got English subtitles. Warriors of Future, which I first saw on Netflix and really enjoyed. Actually, it was very, very good. From 2022, directed the directorial debut, I should say, of Ng Yun Fai. He was the visual effects director on Tai Chi Zero and Tai Chi Hero and a lot of other great movies there. Stars Louis Kho, Lau Ching-wan, Karina Lau, Philip Kung, and Nick Chung. And again, if you haven't already seen it, it is on Netflix and definitely is worth checking out. But again, for £1.50, are you kidding me? Why not? Another, not really a classic, actually, turn of the century, 1999, Prince Charming from Wong Jing, starring Andy Lau, Nick Chung again, Michelle Reese, Denny Yip, and Yu Rong Guang. I love Wong Jing. He is absolutely one of my favourite directors. And of course, I love Andy Lau. Can't go wrong with Andy Lau. He looks a bit demonic in this shot here. I don't know if you can pick that up too well there. But with this one, there was a collection of extra features like making of, trailers, posters, photo gallery, that kind of thing. But again, for £1.50, I was like, I will take that. There was very few older Hong Kong titles, as I say, but anytime somebody highlighted one of those to me, I just took it regardless. The same with this, Wandering Earth, of course, from 2019, with director Frank Kuo. Really impressing with what he offered there. And of course, Cine Asia put out Wandering Earth 2. Netflix have Wandering Earth, which I've watched a few times on there now, but I never did have a physical copy until now. Wu Jing, of course, in there, the late In Man Tat, Jin Long, of course, and a large Chinese cast to boot. I love this movie. It is absolutely incredible, as is its sequel, but I just wanted to have a physical copy to put next to my Cine Asia release. I really hope Cine Asia will put it out there one day, but I highly doubt it. A Writer's Odyssey, another one I've had my eye on for some time. From 2021, directed by Liu Yang, who did Brotherhood of Blades 1 and 2. Two incredible, incredible movies, which I adore. So I have high hopes for this one. Stars Li Jiayin, Yang Mi, Dong Zijian. Not too many others I recognize or know, but definitely a big Chinese cast. And I'm very excited to see what goes on in this. Don't know what to expect, but very, very happy to have picked it up for such an amazing price. Also, this Tracy with Philip Kung. This is a movie that I have been dying to get my hands on for some time. And not just because I'm a member of the LGBT community, but just because it seems like it's going to be a pretty damn good movie. From 2018, directed directorial debut of Jun Lee. Stars Philip Kung here, as well as Shaw Brothers Queen Kara Hui, Eric Kott, and Ben Yuen. But yes, going to be a very interesting watch. Probably not one that's full of action, but definitely one that I have wanted to see for some time. And then the 1996, probably the oldest movie of the collection here, Sex and Zen 2, directed by Cash Chin, who's done a number of Category 3 movies. More recently, those sort of Sex and Zen semi-sequels known as Forbidden Chopsticks, which I have avoided. Produced by Wong Jing, and it is the debut of the beautiful Shu Qi, who also stars alongside Rachel Loletta Lee, or known as Loletta Lee, Elvis Choi, and Ben Eun, which again, I've never had the chance to see this or part 3. They were released, I believe, on video here by Hong Kong Classics quite a while ago, of course, in the video era in the mid-90s, and I have been trying to get my hands on them on eBay, but they're very hard to find. So I thought, again, just for the price of it, I will take that. It did give the guy in the shop a chuckle, though, that I did grab it very, very quickly. Full River Red from 2023. Did not know about this movie from the incredible director Shang Zimu. Stars Shen Tang from Pegasus and Moonman, both of which were available on the flight, both of which we watched and loved. Pegasus is on Netflix if you want to check that out also, but Shen Tang is a fantastic actor. Also stars Jackson Yi from Battle at Lake Changjin 1 and 2 there. And again, a movie that I know nothing about, but very excited to see. Looks fabulous, gorgeous cover, very excited to see it. And a Yang Jimu movie for $150, I'll take it. Blade of Fury. Now, I don't think that this is really a remake of the Sammo Hung classic. This is probably a web movie, like a number of these Blu-rays probably are, but a lot of those web movies are incredible. Directed by Kin Peng Fei, I believe, who did Fight Against Evil 1 and 2, two web movies that are worth checking out. Stars the original Shaolin Popeye kid and student Ashton Chen, also known as Six Su Lung. Again, you'll recognize him from Shaolin Popeye 1 and 2, China Dragon, Saint of Gamblers with Donnie Yen, Dragon and Shaolin with Yuen Biao, Undiscovered Tomb, and even Ip Man 2 as well as he's been the leading man in a number of web movies. And again, someone you've probably forgotten about, although as that cute Kung Fu kid, he was fabulous. Very, very entertaining. But yeah, also stars Michael Tong of Seven Assassins, Man of Tai Chi, Firestorm, and like 60 other movies. But yeah, very excited to watch this, but I don't think it is a remake of the Sammo Hung movie. Then another one that was on the plane, and I really wanted to watch it on the plane. I didn't watch it on the way over because I did like the Detective T trilogy and a few others. But YOLO, I was very excited to see it available on Blu-ray from 2024, directed by and starring Jai Ling. This is her second directorial film after Hi Mom from 2021. And she also starred in the action comedy from 2018 called Fat Buddies, which I've only ever seen the trailer for. I've never seen the full movie, but I will be checking it out. I'm very excited. I kind of get a good vibe about this. She looks like a very heavy set Sybil Who, and yeah, I'm kind of excited for it, I have to say. Don't know what to expect, but I am excited. Another that was available on the plane, and it really killed me to hold back from watching it, White Storm 3. Another Herman Yao movie, this time from 2023. Action from Nikki Lee, Jackie Chan's stunt team member Nikki Lee, starring the wonderful Louis Ko, Lau Ching Wan, gorgeous Aaron Kwok, Alex Fong, Timmy Hung, and Lam Suit. So very excited for this one. I've got the White Storm Part 1, but I've never seen White Storm Part 2. I don't think. I know I definitely don't have it, but I don't think I've seen it. So I'm hoping they're not really connected. But very excited. I did see other people watching it on the plane, and I had to look away because I got very excited and was determined to wait until I got to see it on Blu-ray. Another Aaron Kwok movie, though, on the list of a few Aaron Kwok movies. Rob and Roll from 2024, directed by Albert Mack. Produced by Derek Yee and action by Jack Wong, who was kind of like an unofficial member of the Jackie Chan stunt team. Stars Aaron Kwok, Gordon Lam, Richie Ren, Lam Suit again, and Maggie Cheung, but not the Maggie Cheung that you think. Now this was available on the plane, and I did start to watch it, but I fell asleep because it was like a 12.5-hour, 13-hour flight. I really couldn't fight it any longer. So I probably only saw the first 10 minutes of it, but whenever the guy offered me it in the shop, I absolutely grabbed it. So I was very excited to have another Aaron Kwok movie. This one I only bought because the guy himself in the shop was very excited about it, and of course he didn't speak a lot of English, but he really was excited to hand me this movie. The Hutong Cowboy from 2024, directed by Ning Hao, who did recently The Movie Emperor with Andy Lau in 2023, and of course stars the wonderful Gi Yu from Big Shot's Funeral, Farewell My Concubine, Sacrifice, and A World Without Thieves, starring Andy Lau, of course. You can see him right in the centre, and I do enjoy him as an actor. He's not someone I would rush out to buy a movie of, but I know that this is going to be a pretty entertaining piece with him in it. So excited to get stuck into that also. And the other Aaron Kwok movie, which I really... it's been out a couple of years now, but I've missed it totally. Didn't even know it was out there. Where the Wind Blows from 2022. Directed by Philip Young, who did Port of Calls in 2015 with Aaron Kwok, of course, who returns here, and stars alongside Tony Leung Chua, Michael Choi, and Michael Hoy, which excites me to no end. It's great to see Michael Hoy coming back in a lot of things. He's recently been released by CineAsia around the UK and Irish cinemas in The Last Dance, I think it was. But yeah, this I'm very excited to see. Don't know anything about it, which is even better. I love going into some movies blind and not knowing anything about them, because it kind of makes it even more entertaining. Bursting Point from 2023. This looks interesting, directed by Calvin Tong. This is his directorial debut, but produced by Dante Lam, who I just adore as a director. Stephen Tung Wai returns as the action choreographer here, and it stars the wonderful Nick Chung alongside William Chan, Philip Kung, Kevin Chu, and Chrissy Chow. So again, don't know what to expect. Could be like a typical Hong Kong action thriller, but if it's Dante Lam behind it, I am pretty excited. And of course, action from Stephen Tung Wai is always a plus. Of course, sorry, I forgot to mention when I was in Guangzhou, my husband and I headed over to another hotel. We met up with Mike Leader for a couple of hours, which was fantastic to get a catch up after all these years. We haven't seen him since he was with me in August of 2019. He came over to Ireland here and went to my film festival. Then we went to Hong Kong in November of that same year, and it was great to see everyone there. But to get this catch up 5 years later, of course we've had the whole COVID thing in between all that, but it was good to catch up with him. And we did talk about this particular movie, Customs Frontline, from director Herman Yao. I think Mike shows up in it. I know he worked on it. From 2024, starring Nicholas Che, who also choreographs the action in it. The great Jackie Chung returns there, Karina Lam, Kenny Kwan, and Melvin Wong. So very, very excited to check this out. And I think this is one of them that claims it doesn't have English subtitles. Well, it doesn't claim it. It doesn't state that it has English subtitles, but I'm hoping that that surprises me when I put it on. That said, I don't really mind. Again, I can watch these movies with or without. It doesn't bother me. Another one here that I have no idea about, Wolf Hiding, from 2023, the directorial debut of Mark Ma. Could be another web movie. Stars Nick Chung though, Andrew Lin, Danny Chan, Lawrence Ng, and Ethan Huan, as well as the prolific Philip Kung yet again. I've got quite a few, obviously Tracy he is the lead of, but quite a few with Philip Kung popping up there. But again, don't know what to expect. Interesting cover there, but quite a strong cast all throughout it there. So yeah, really don't know, but excited to watch it anyway. Then we have The Wild Blade of Strangers. Now this looks like it could be another web movie. I don't know. It could be big budgeted. It is from director Li Wei, who has been the assistant director on a number of movies, including Cliff Walkers from Sang Ji-moo, which I watched on the plane on the way back, and it was fabulous. But this is from 2024, and it does star the marvelous and very underrated Max Shang from Yip Man, Master Z, things like that. Invincible Dragon, which we'll not talk about. Also stars Geng Li, Zhang Lusai, and Liu Ha. But again, don't know too much more about it. Gorgeous looking cover though. Do love a historical drama with swordplay. So very excited to check that out. And last but not least is An Eye for an Eye Part 2 from 2024, starring the amazing Tsimu, the kid from My Father is a Hero. And again, this is someone who I think is just one of the hottest properties of martial arts cinema today. He's just done so much. Most of them are web movies, and they are available out there on the likes of YouTube and other formats. But he is an incredible martial artist, a very, very good actor, and just constantly just surprises me with what he has done and what he is putting out there. Now, I've yet to see An Eye for an Eye, the first movie of this, but it wasn't available to buy while I was in the shops there. And as soon as I saw Part 2, and again for £1.50, I was like, just bloody give me it. But the same director, Yang Bingjai, returns, so I will be looking out for the first one before I even watch this, just in case there is a continued story there. Anyway, that is my collection of Blu-ray pickups from Guangzhou. I mean, 23 titles for £1.50 each. I mean, you can't complain about that. About 30 quid or so for all of those movies. And yet, as I say, the eBay seller is selling them. You would get two for the price of that if you're getting them on eBay. And I still will go back there. There's certain titles on eBay that I want to pick up that are delivered like this. But I might hold out until I go back to Guangzhou and do a wee bit more searching for other secret Blu-ray stores there. It's fascinating how they work. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm George Clark. This is another episode of Show and Tell. Until next time, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews and follow me on Instagram @InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon.